Well, here's the thing, though. It all comes down to deployment, and I know you have a lot of experience with that. And how do you motivate the operators to actually deploy? We're talking about you've covered the roadmap of all these things. I know from my own experience, the operators they should be deploying this stuff, but sometimes you just can't get them to take action. So how do you do that?
Well, it gets back to the offense versus defense thing that we talked about earlier. I think that the PayTV operators are not technology companies.
Isn't that shocking? Isn't that shocking?
There are pockets of innovators and technologists inside those companies. I remember a story. I was talking to one of my CTO buddies at one of the big PayTV operators, and we were talking about our schedule with a new technology that we were developing for them. And we were basically on schedule. He says, I just have to remind you that even if we hit all of our schedules and you hit all your schedules, it doesn't mean this is going to get deployed. And even if it does get deployed, it might not get deployed right away. Because the consumer's still sending in their check every month for their cable bill. So from an operations and CFO standpoint, they're not necessarily as motivated as all of us are to get this new innovative stuff out the door. I think with that said, the operators are definitely much more motivated as, the mature company, the defensive company. They're motivated more by fear than by greed.
Right.
So if they see a trend where they're going to be losing, revenue per subscriber or increases of cost, in deploying their service, then they're going to be more motivated. And it gets back to the thing, MSOs typically play more defense than offense in technology decisions. New entrants to the market may be the best initial sales opportunities because that's going to be the catalyst for the fear.
Sure.
You're
actually helping stoke the fear.
Exactly. But and not purposely, you're just trying to get your technology.
No, I'm doing it purposely. No, really. Because if they're afraid of that new entrant and you help that new entrant survive and do better, that actually stokes the fear and then it sucks it in. That's what happened most.
It happened in HD TV. It happened in DVR. It happened in multi-room DVR. It's happened in pretty much every new innovation, maybe with the possible exception of high-speed broadband and telephony. But even there, they were going after new opportunities that exist. They were the new entrant in those markets versus the telcos.
I think you're right. Okay, I only have one more question. So do we have questions stacked up? Okay, so here's my last question. And then for those of you, when we finish, don't go anywhere because we had a special offer by Patrick and I don't want him to waste it. Okay, so I advise entrepreneurs all the time and I'm usually skeptical. I'm concerned what they think is the next big idea. We've talked about the next big idea. It's too late. And I see ideas all the time until I've had on my own where I think of something and then I don't do anything with it, and a month later, boom, it's too late. It's a month later, it's too late. So if the people listening and watching, if they don't have a technology that's right in the pocket of anything we're talking about, is it too late for them? Is there anything left for them?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if there's any low-hanging fruit, but there are definitely opportunities, and I put them into what solves pain points for the operator that also is attractive to the consumer. So the first one would be products that simplify integration. This is critical in a consolidating industry. Products that save CapEx, because CapEx budgets are continuing to get squeezed. This really helps in an environment where budgets are getting tightened. Product innovation on the margin, so things that don't require a forklift upgrade. I'm able to provide something that has significant value that doesn't cost as much to deploy. Things that empower the consumer or empower the operator. So things that make it simpler for them to get their job done, because everyone knows you want things to be easy. And then products that address an evolving opportunity where the concrete's not quite set yet. So you have something that might simplify the deployment. And always remember, the internet changes everything. I think that those are the big opportunities that I see.